Welcome to the channel, welcome to the workshop, and I know you've clicked on this video thinking, I don't know how you've made a more exciting video than the one last week when you were sorting out your drill storage. Well, we're sorting out my screw storage today. I store all my screws in a big box. I've seen a number of methods, but I'll show you why I store them in a big box because I'm limited on storage and space in here, and how I sort them out. And it needs reorganizing. So let me show you where I store stuff, and I'll show you how I store stuff in that, and then we can have a tidy up of it. Yeah. All my screw storage is in this big box. There's a few other bits around the bottom here and stuff, but primarily it's in this big blue tub. And I use these food containers to store individual sizes of screws. And I need to sort out because it's got a bit stupid and just mixed up because I've been throwing stuff in there as I've got it. So we're going to dig this out. I've got some more of these from, I think these were from Asda. Yeah, I think they were like £3 or £4 for another set because I know I'm going to have plenty of loose ones that are in here. And that's basically all I'm going to do. We literally are just sorting out our screw storage in this video. I've got another box I might have a look at as well. But this is going to be the big job for today. One of those jobs where you keep thinking, I need to do that, I need to do that, I need to do that, and I've got some time, so I'm going to do it. Right, let's reorganize and work out how I'm going to shoot this. So as I said, this is how I store everything in this big blue box. I'm just going to go through everything and see what we've got. Now, I was thinking about using sandwich bags to store stuff, but that's not working, so we'll get rid of those. I've also got a load of zip tie bags, they can go as well. Right, what we've got. Empty one, put that over there. Raw plugs, little screws, raw plugs, little screws again, little screws again. I admit I do quite go into B&Q and they have their pick and mix bit, and I sometimes get a bit carried away and constantly getting the same thing over and over again. So I might combine some of like these little ones, these and these, into one big where I can sort through different sizes of those separately. Right, so blocks, screws, more of those screws, some screw size of a specific raw plugs, raw plugs. So I've got some leftover boxes from where I got all the stuff from my dad. They're beefy, aren't they? One box for those. Got some. I'm not sure where they're from. No. Oh, what are they? Oh, they're the drywalls. Angle bracket set that can go somewhere else. Cupboard making stuff. That's what they're from. So these can go with my furniture spares kit. Oh, spacers from when I did the roof on the carport. More screws in packs. These will get transferred hopefully into boxes like those. Again, more of these little screws. I need to put these in one place, all the same size. Empty one. Another empty one. More screws in those. More raw plugs. I don't know what these ones are. More little screws. Another bag of screws. Another box. Large. What are they? C-clips for wiring. Tiny screws. Random stuff I get when you get stuff in with raw plugs and screws. Find another pack of those. Raw plugs. Raw plugs, raw plugs, raw plugs. Screws. Oh. They're ones for doing into concrete. So these ones are, there's not a lot of them. A few more of these screws. 10x2 zinc plated. Again, probably left over from the Gag gave me some stuff. More screws in a bag. Need to sell tappers. Oh no. Flat screws. Flat screw driver head on them. These were specific because I wanted to look right when I built my Bluetooth speaker out of an old ammo box. I didn't want Phillips. I wanted flat heads. I don't know what they are. Big stack of bolts. Another one of these with little screws in. Ages to sort out. Nails. That's for holding pipes. More raw plugs. Bag of more screws. I just need to combine everything, don't I? Massive nails. More nails. Drywall screws. Oh, roofing tacks. What else we got in here? Some random black screws. Oh, they'll come from somewhere else. And I've got a big stack of wire clips in the bottom. Some of these angles, which I'll put somewhere for storage. 4 of those. And we've got the last of these. Again, these are for doing roofing. Corrugated plastic sheets on roofs. I've got a big stack of these in there. They're all loose. As well as more wire clips. So, I think I need. Oh yeah, big stack of stuff. So the crap is still in the bottom. So I've got another one of those. That's for the air compressor. That holds a water drop. Some pressure thing off that rubbish. Get more of these. Threaded bar, some bolts. Sort through all of this. So, not sure I'm going to do this. It's a bit of a mess in it, as you can see. Every so often you need to just reset, don't you? But everything's going to go into like, I've got some more of these boxes. I think these are better than bags because the bags generally split. We'll sort out the bottom of this. I don't know if I'm going to do this. I might do it on a time lapse. If there's a time lapse, I've done it on a time lapse. If not, I'll just show you how I got on and how I reorganised it all. But this is how I store all my nuts and screws primarily. I'll show you in a minute where all my bolts are. So that's primarily screws. This is where I store all my bolts, all set out in different sizes so they're easy to find. Right, let's start the task of clearing up all of this. Oh, well, that was useful. Yeah. Good tidy up. Got rid of all those little boxes. Everything's roughly gone into these. I'll show you a bit close up in a minute. Just to tidy up and make it easy to get to stuff and unstack and things. So let me just spin round and show you what I've done. So this is now tidy. I even got these two in there, which is decking screws and a load of nails that I've acquired. Everything's now sat in here. Everything can be easily removed. I like using these because you can see in them and see what size screws you've got. I've recombined some of the stuff together, like you see the mismatch of screws there. That's like a a mismatch of stuff that I'd knocking around. But I've also on this one, you'll see that the lengths are roughly the same, the diameters are roughly the same as well. I had loads of these little screws that you get from B&Q. I've had them about 4 or 5 tubs with. So these have been combined to a single pot, and yeah, it's just a lot tidier. So it's quite a big tub as well, but there's not much loose in here. There's a few bags of furniture blocks in here and a few little bits and pieces like pipe, things you put around pipes to hold them in place, or cables. Sorry, the cables. I use these ones for the power cable that comes into it. It's quite a thick armoured cable. There's a few things like that. I could do with getting some more of these, say more of these boxes and things, but I normally pick them up from like Poundland or Asda when I'm in there. So just food storage tubs. Right. So that's that done. Let me know in the comments how you store all your random screws, because you get to a point where it tips over from just a few selections to loads like I've got. Um, Interesting to know how you store them in yours, because I don't have a lot of wall space in it, so I can't store them in tubs, if you know what I mean. Right, that's that done. I can go back away home. Next job. When Mum and Dad relocated to Lincolnshire from Manchester, my dad's a joiner by trade, and I've acquired most of his stuff over the time. But when they actually moved house last time, he gave me a box full of the last remnants of when he was doing joining, which was like woodworking. God, it must have been 10 years, 12, 15 years before they moved. I've got that in here somewhere. I'm going to dig it out because I've never actually been through it and see what's in it, see what's useful, see what's not, and get it stored away. Cause it's just a box at the moment, taking up space. So I think that's going to be an overhead, and then I'm just going to run through that. If you're interested, by all means, stay on and watch the excitement unfold. Cheers. This is the box I got off my dad. I don't know what's in there, not been through it. It's been moved around, it's broken, so let's have a shuffle. Screws, obviously. I'll rejig those and put them into my screw storage, which is nice and tidy. Oh, I get the feeling there's quite a lot of screws. More screws. Bit of a mix match. That there. Oh, door security tub lock. What are these? Oh god, I definitely will not be using those. They are flathead, tiny screws. Hate flatheads. Some more screws. Oh, little. Oh, they're good size. Oh, little chunky ones. Oh, good. We'll use those. Those there. Plug socket. Cabinet hinges. I don't even know what that one is. Oh, right, that's that for a cooker, so you can open it all the way out to hide it. Anyway, one of those. Hinges. That's a mortise lock. There's a plate on it. Huh. Old spanner that can go in the collection. What's this? Another door bolt lock. What are these? Hinges. Vent. I've got a few of these, but not in that colour. For another project to do. What's this? What are these? Oh! What are those? They're recess things, aren't they? Washers for screws. Obviously they had a lot of brass in their house. Get the feeling this is more hinges. But God, they're heavy duty. Their door hinges, their front door hinges. Then look at the size of those rascals. Now, plus I don't know what they are. Sensor technologies. What's this? Oh, that's a house alarm sensor. Seem to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he got these on their old house when they did all the doors. With the pipe. More little screws. Another door latch. Another door latch. Different. Got still sealed these. These obviously from his work days. More door latches. I could actually use one of these because I don't have a door latch on the front, on the main door for the workshop. The hinges. Got another sensor. The sensor. Hinges. Mortise lock. With key. Definitely going to use one of these. Oh, Jesus. Oh, wow. Right, I want to pick that up with something else. I'll show you what's just scared the life out of me. Look at the size of that rascal. Almost as big as ones in my daughter's bloody bedroom that she keeps as tarantulas. Hinges. What's this? High performance hinges again. Door hinges. Heavy duty door hinges. Wow. Another vent. More screws. I've got some other can combine those with the other ones I've got. What's this? A latch. Yeah. Another sensor. More vents. Hinge. Just another lock. Another door catch. Then we've got screws. Yeah, these are definitely for internal doors because they're all nice and bright. They could be useful for something. It's these ones. Yeah, these can be combined with something else I've got in there. And the last one, 100mm standard butt hinges in brass. Wow, brass hinges. I need to make something now, don't I? Like a chest or something that needs hinges. So that's that. So, not a bad haul. Although I should have done this tidy up 2 years ago when I got all this stuff. Some useful stuff in there. The door latches, I'll use one on the main door. The shed, I don't have one at the moment, the main entrance door. It's got a lock on it, a turn lock on it, which closes it shut fully, but it doesn't have a latch, so in the wind it can blow open and shut. You sometimes hear it banging when I'm videoing it. Other than that, lots of hinges, a few bits and pieces. These might come in useful. I might, because there's not a lot of ventilation in here, I might drill some holes through a high level and stick these on to stop anything getting in. Other than that, just some nice bits and pieces. It'll come in useful at some point. I'll keep hold of most of it. Not that I hoard or anything like that, but I like this kind of stuff. I think we'll leave it there. Let me know how you do your screw and nail storage. I'd be interested to work out how other people do it because my workshop's not got a lot of surface space, wall space to store things on. And I think we'll leave it there. If you made it this far, thanks for watching.